Hello everybody and welcome back to Coombe Valley Campers. Today we're going to show you how to make your seat go from this to this using a Rusty Lee single seat swivel base. So when it comes to, no, I don't start with so. When it comes to trying to increase space in your van, a very good way of doing that is actually to fit a spinning base or a swivel base for your passenger seats or your front seats. Now, when you spin round the passenger seat or the driver's seat, you're actually opening the entire living area up, and you can even create a dining area with the use of a table. So fitting a spinning seat base is a really good idea. There are many swivel bases on the market. You can get them for single seats and double seats for T4s, T5s, T3s, even as early as some of the bays. Even the splits had very early versions of swivel bases. The vehicle we're going to be concentrating on today is a 2008 VW T5. This one's got a nice T5.1 facelift on it. The seat base we are going to be fitting today is a single swivel base from Rusty Lee Rock and Roll Beds. They do create and manufacture a range of bed designs, and their unique selling point, I guess, is the fact that they are crash tested. When the crash testing of these parts actually took place, Lee took a VW T5 shell all the way over to Germany to have what's called a sled test with the vehicle. So all of the items he wanted tested were placed in the vehicle. The vehicle shell itself was placed into a rig, and then the appropriate forces were applied to the vehicle and to all the items to be M1 crash tested. Now, it was TUV witnessed and approved, so that has enabled Lee to sell these parts in Germany, which is no mean feat, because as you may or may not know, the TUV testing standards in Germany are way up there, super high standards of testing. So if you're looking for any swivel base, I'd really recommend this one. Okay, that's awesome. Right, straight out of the box then. It's not a light piece of kit, that's for sure. You can see that we're at least a 5 or 6 mil steel plate at the bottom there. You get some really nice nylon, what looks like a nylon bearing in the middle. Some really heavy duty hardware and fixings, all using nylock nuts just to keep the seat base all in one piece. I have experience of some of these seat bases, and they actually rock from side to side on the actual hinge in the middle. And that's not really what you want as a passenger. I'm sure you can feel a little bit unnerved if the seat you're sat in is rocking side to side. So a really nice solid base by the looks of it. And on removing these Allen keys, I can see that these holes are slightly elongated. Now, with experience, I can tell you that not all seat bases are made equal. If you've had seat bases before, or fitted seat bases before, 3 of the 4 mounting points might actually fit, and you might have to potentially file some away. So to have elongated holes on all four corners is really good. And if I just lift that lever and try and spin it, there we go. We can see the rest of the mounting points. The base, and we've got one that is just circular, which will set itself on one corner, and then all of the other 3 are actually elongated and squared off, so you've got a little bit of wiggle room in there as well. So yeah, really nice solid piece of kit, beautifully welded, beautifully powder coated, and what you're aiming for is a safe seat that's going to be almost factory looking when you fitted it. So let's get on to what tools you're going to need to fit this to your van. Before I show you what tools you're going to need today to fit this, I just want to make clear that not all vans are made equal. You know, vans of different years, or if you've got maybe an aftermarket seat or a new seat in your vehicle, you might find, especially if your van is a little bit older, that your passenger seat may have been in and out once or twice, which means the fixings or fastenings on that chair might be slightly different to what we had here. So, to fit your Rusty Lee base, you are going to need a 5mm Allen key and a 13mm spanner or 13mm socket. I'm going to make no apologies here, we've had to do a bit of voiceover purely because we had some building work going on in the background. So first of all, you are going to have to undo the 4 fastenings that are holding your seat base down. The ones at the front are 13mm nuts, and I've been undoing those with a ratchet spanner. We're now going to slide the seat forward and concentrate on the rear 2 bolts. These are M10 spline bolts, and they are undone using the M10 spline bit. Now we've removed all of the bolts from the base of the seat, we're going to remove the seat now. Next, you need to remove the plastic trim on the rear of the seat base. They normally just pop off, but in this case I've just had to remove 2 Phillips screws. Next, go and grab your lovely new Rusty Lee swivel seat base. As you can see, this single hole here is going to go on the front left stud. The other 3 remaining holes are elongated and they're basically used as a bit of wiggle room. I've now got the first nut on here, and on the rear we're going to be using the existing fixings, which are the M10 spline bolts, and just putting them straight back in the holes they once came from. Now we're going to move on to the top half of the seat base, and the first thing we're going to do is remove the 4 bolts from the elongated holes. You can see we've got a bit of wiggle room in there as and when it comes to fitting the seat rails on top of the seat base. Just showing off the nicely powder coated finish there. Pop the seat in its orientation so the handle is at the front towards the dash. Pop the seat onto the top of the spinning seat base, rearrange your order of washers so it goes bolt with 1 washer, you poke the bolt up through the top half of the seat base, 1 washer, 1 nylock, and then fasten them all down. So we've now put the new Rusty Lee spinning seat base in. We've got all the bolts in and the nuts and washers and everything else, but they're all finger tight. Before we go nipping everything up tight, we're just going to check for operation of the seat and make sure that we're happy that nothing catches or that we're impeding the spinning at all. Very nice. To fasten the 4 fixings on the top half of the seat base, you will need the 5mm Allen key, as we showed you at the beginning of the video, and either a 13mm spanner or a 13mm socket, as shown here. So there we have it. We have successfully fitted the Rusty Lee single seat swivel base. Now you can actually buy this product from our website. Check out the description below where you can actually search out for a single seat base or a double, and you can purchase it directly from coomvalleycampers.com. Whilst you're there, please be sure to check out our blogs, our merchandise shop, and our products page where you can buy any of the tools or products you saw today. Please take a look on this side here where you will see our previous videos with all elements of camper van conversion. And lastly, please don't forget, like and subscribe to the page. It really, really helps us out. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.